Hi, this is Jackie's Reading Room, and I'm your host, Jackie P. Have you turned some pages today? Full disclosure, I am not on TikTok. I am on social media. You can find me on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, although I don't go there so often. I don't know if you would consider LinkedIn as social media, but it's more um, professional. So I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone here today as I will talk to you about the book talk influence. But I do know about it, and I am a woman of the modern times. And so, and I also have a stepdaughter and a daughter who are 15 and 17. So I guess I am aware of the phenomenon called Book Talk. And that's what I would like to share with you today. I'm not sure that you know that Book Talk started as a community of readers reviewing and recommending books. Now, you'll find that on TikTok. You just have to type in the hashtag Book Talk. And there was a site that I will post on the podcast info that says that basically Book Talk has, and I quote, rekindled an appreciation for reading in many users. And I would like to say possibly younger users. So my daughter's age 15, 16, 17. And we always like that. I mean, anything out there that promotes reading or gets people to turn pages, as you can imagine, I like. There are 29.1 billion views for videos about reading, recommending, and reviewing books on Book Talk. And it doesn't just attract fans, but also authors and obviously booksellers have joined in the trend. If you go online, and you're in Canada, you may know the bookseller chain Indigo. You can find them on indigo.ca. And if you walk into a store, any one of the Indigo stores, I'm in the Montreal area, but you have them all over Canada. You'll find usually a big display trending on Book Talk. And if you go online, you'll find that there's a TikTok slash Indigo book club. It's a virtual book club that has, just like a regular book club, a monthly pick, and they have events, they have conversations with authors. And to me, I think that's very dynamic, and that's really going to reach the readers, the young readers especially, where they are because they are on TikTok. So you know what? It's all positive, and if it makes them read, that's even better. If you are in the U.S., I was on the Barnes and Noble website. They have the Book Talk Challenge, and it's split into different categories. I'm going to give you examples: enemies to lovers, suspense, opposites attract, etc. Uh, Within those categories, you have several titles, and I can give you one of the examples is called Daughter of the Moon Goddess. It's a title that I've seen often when I go to the bookstore, and the cover page of that book just appeals to me a lot. And that's true of many books. I'm very visual, so I really think I'm going to put that on my long, very, very long and never ending to be read pile. And then in Opposites Attract, one title, or I guess one series of titles that I've read is Heartstopper, which was the topic of podcast number 4, if you will remember. Or if not, you can go to it. Now, one of the authors that you'll find uh, on the Book Talk list is Colleen Hoover. Now, you'll find Colleen on most social media at Colleen Hoover. And when I went on the Indigo website to see, to just kind of go through her books, I saw that there's 170 results. So obviously, this would possibly include all the books, audiobooks, possibly even in different languages and so on. But some examples of her books that have been very popular on Book Talk are Verity, Ugly Love, and It Ends With Us, which was published in 2016. On Goodreads, it's got a rating of 4.41 out of 5 stars, which is very high. My daughter has read, I believe, all three of the books I just mentioned, and she really told me, "Mom, you have to read this." So when your teenage daughter says that to you, you should listen because then we can bond over the books we're reading. I love that I'm at that place with her now. Colleen Hoover writes different genres. She wrote in a website that she doesn't want to be confined to just one genre. So romance, young adult, thriller, women's fiction, paranormal romance. So there's really something for everyone. I saw that actually there's a new another one of her books that's coming in the fall of 2022, and it's titled "It Starts With Us." So I haven't read more, but I wonder if it's actually a prequel for It Ends With Us. You're going to have to research that. You can go to her website to find out more, ColleenHoover.com. You'll find out that she's written, 22 novels and novellas. So that's quite a nice collection for a woman who was born 1979 in Texas. So she's not old at all. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot more from her. And going through information on Colleen, I was very interested to find out that she founded the Bookworm Box in 2015 with her sisters. It's a charity subscription service and bookstore. So if you are ever in Texas, there's an actual physical bookstore. But you can also go to her website and you'll find a link to the Bookworm Box, and they explain that it's a subscription service where readers receive signed copies of books every month, right? A bit like a book club, from authors from around the world, and all the profits that they make are donated to various charities. And I thought that was very smartly done. So you read for a good cause, and so far, this charity has given over $1 million US. So congrats to Colleen. I have to say, I have not read one of her books yet, but there are a few lying around in my daughter's bedroom. So it's really just a matter of me going there and picking one. I believe I would start with It Ends With Us because my daughter said it was her favorite. Colleen started with writing in 2011 with the novel Slammed, but uh, as it happens in many cases, it was her second novel, Hopeless, in 2012 that became a New York Times bestseller. And then I guess from there, she became quite popular. Um, so on my TBR pile uh, of books from Book Talk, are two of the fall two books here that I'm going to tell you about. So the first one is The Midnight Library by British author Matt Haig. Came out in 2020. I did mention Matt Haig, I believe, briefly in podcast number one. But I'm not going to expand on that too much because my next podcast is actually going to be totally dedicated to Matt Haig and his work. So stay tuned for that next week. And the other book that I actually purchased, I did purchase these two books, is called Girl in Pieces by author Kathleen Glasgow. It was published in 2016. Kathleen is from Tucson, Arizona. And it's a novel about grief, anxiety, and depression. I was reading that Kathleen considers herself as an anxious person. She said she grew up in a tough environment and that made her anxious, and she is still an anxious adult. And I really enjoy reading books. Girl in Pieces is a novel, but obviously Kathleen put a lot of who she is in there. Same as Matt Haig. He also went through some depression, and it comes out in his books as well. So definitely, Girl in Pieces will be one of the books I pick up um, very soon uh, to read what happens to that girl. She lost quite a few people in her life, and she's struggling to I guess come out of that anxiety and depression and crippling her. So that's it for today. There's a lot really to choose from if you just type in a book. If you go to TikTok, of course, and you find about book talk, lots of ideas there for you. Very diverse reading, I find as well. And even if you just step into a bookstore, and you can always ask, or even a library for that matter. If I were a librarian, I think I would create a little stand there, trending on Book Talk with a few titles. There's really something for everyone there. So I hope you enjoy, and that you were inspired to turn some pages, and I will see you very soon. Take care.